up writers for Saturday Night Live. They plan to boycott the upcoming show with guest host Dave Chappelle. Chappelle Show. Well, are they based or stupid AF? And why I find this so very sus. Yeah, that's right. My fellow Gen Zers know exactly what I just said. Yep. It's crazy. I mean, this guy's the GOAT, for crying out loud. The GOAT. We'll get into it, all right? Plus, also, RKN Live talk show host Raquel Red joins us once again to reveal the ratchet ass of the week. Well, at least give us some clues with their, what is it, every Thursdays at 8 o'clock Central Time. And yeah, and Raquel is also going to admit that I was correct once again.
Lies.
Humble pie. I should have muted that microphone. Humble pie.
Please.
Tastes so good.
You would know.
Mm-hmm. No, I wouldn't. I'm muting that goddamn one. Yeah, we got this and so much more here today on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's Conversation.
Yes. Hey, how you doing? My name is Joe Padula. Former soldier with the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, the mighty strike brigade of the 5-0 Deuce on the loose strike. And yeah, I gotta tell you, it's an honor to continue my service with you by my side as we're all now soldiers in today's culture war. That's right. Tin Hut! I never understood why Tin Hut stood for attention. Right. It's all right. There's a lot of stuff I didn't understand in the Army. But that's all good. Hey, while I got your attention, make sure to share, subscribe, like, and leave those comments. Woo! See what we got going on in the studio. Look at the 5-shot of us. First, we'll say hello to Bay.
How's it going?
Yeah, what's up, Bay?
Nothing much.
Bay, that was a fun election night coverage we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5-hour broadcast.
I had fun.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Bay drove me home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You welcome.
Thank you. And then Bay, on the next day, called me at like 6:45. You up? I mean, you drove me home for a reason, Bay. You know. But all right, I guess I'm up. To get my car. Thanks again for that.
No problem.
What's up, Mikey Glaze?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing? Good to have you in studio.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations to your Houston Astros.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, you have nothing to do with them winning the World Series.
don't care.
But congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Also,
Yeah?
happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah!
Oh, today is the Marine birthday.
Yes, sir.
Right. And, hey, love our Marine guys and gals, especially the gals. They were fun. We had a Marine unit attached to us. Warriors. Absolute warriors. Speaking of warriors, Raquel Red.
Warrior for Christ.
Oh, are you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Me too. It's good to have you back.
You as well.
I was hoping that you would be here for our election coverage show.
I was busy editing for
Yeah.
the season finale
I know.
of RKN Live.
You got a big season finale.
December 8th,
Uh-huh.
8 p.m., wrapping up season 4.
Right.
I'm working on montage. We're going to take a look at it all.
You're going into season 5. If you go by the number, I'm getting this from Anchor, who tracks Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify. So the average podcaster lasts how long? Any guesses? Anyone want to guess?
3 years.
You're going 3 years. Bay?
2?
2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going with Bay on that.
2 years, says Jimbo Smiley. What's up, Jimbo? How you doing, brother?
Making it, brother. Making
Absolutely. Mikey Glaze. Average podcast goes for how long, according to the aggregate of Apple, Google Play, and Spotify?
I say about what Raquel said. 3.
3 years. The correct answer is 3 episodes.
Really?
3 episodes.
3 episodes.
Here's the thing. You got so many people out there that just want to just put together a podcast. Let's do it. Let's make a show. We'll do it. And then they get it and they go, we suck at conversation. So congratulations, Raquel
Thank
Red,
you.
for going into season 5.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I have a very, very loyal fan base.
Yeah.
Supporters.
Does it upset you that some of them like me better now?
If that was true, and even still it wouldn't know.
What's up, Geiger? You know what I'm talking about.
Nothing about you or anything related to you upsets me.
That's oh, so I have no what that let me interpret that. That means I have no emotional control over Raquel Red, right?
Listen, however you need, it's your show.
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally you admit it. And in the corner, yes, there is Jimbo Smiley. Good to have you, brother. Isn't that crazy? 3 episodes and then they give up. They buy all the gear and then you see it all on Facebook Marketplace. You know, they're all selling the crap they bought. Yeah.
Is that where you got all this stuff?
No, I wish. I wish. Me, I went the stupid route. Either paid full price or waited for Black Friday or Amazon Prime days. Right.
You have like 3 times the equipment I have.
It's crazy. This microphone right here.
Is that your Mariah Carey microphone?
This is a $500+ microphone. It's a standard industry standard. The microphones that you all, or also known as y'all, are on, is about a $200 microphone. Those are the Shure microphones. They're good microphones. You sound good. I'll give it to you. Give it to you. All right. Well, now that we got the chit chat over with. Chit chat.
Moxie don't like you, Joey.
What's up, Moxie? I love Moxie. Moxie. No. See, here's the thing. Moxie, and this is
Joey P. I love it.
this is what I love about Moxie. Okay, Moxie
Tell
has
me what you love about my Moxie.
Moxie has dyslexia. So that little greater
So now
sign,
you're gonna insult
okay,
Moxie.
Moxie. You know, it's an
Not
issue,
how
and that's
I would try
okay.
to get people to like me, but go on.
Mickelborg checking in. Chris Early on his way to Texas. Hey, safe travels down there, brother. No
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Feel the Astros heat, baby.
God. All right, let's go to. Well, first, how about we do some quick election updates?
Yeah, you were telling me Carrie's doing well, but yet it's still leaning towards Dobbs, Hobbs, Mobs. What's her name?
Well, here again, you know, yesterday's show was all about, hey, why are the Republicans acting so glum? You guys won. The Republicans did really, really good on Tuesday night, election night.
I think they did good.
they
I don't
did
know if they
pretty
did
good.
Really, really good.
They did pretty good.
Look at that red. They're taking over the House. And we're not even done counting votes because shenanigans.
Would you? Let me ask this question: Would you prefer to take over the House or the Senate?
The House.
How come?
The House, because they have inquisition and inquiry groups where you can find
But if
out,
you don't
and they actually control
Senate, then
they control the purse strings,
maybe
the spending of money, all this
Don't you need
nonsense.
to control the Senate to really.
Well, here's the thing: Senate and the House, they work, hand in hand. All right, that's the legislative body. Okay, they are the ones who make law and policy. But the House of Representatives they truly control the purse strings. So the billions and billions being sent to Ukraine, sayonara, no more.
Dos Fredanya.
And as you know, when you go shopping, when you go buy some gas now, inflation, it sucks. I have to buy eggs at like $6 now for like 4 of them. It's like shit. Ever try and buy a chicken now? One of those wholesale rotisserie chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right?
$15?
Right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like a bag of wings go for.
And that's because of printing and spending money. That's exactly what causes it. And that's all we've had since day one of this Biden administration with executive orders.
They try to make us eat grass now. Shit.
But yeah, let's take a look, okay? Here is this is the House, okay? Do you see what I mean? The House as a whole, this nation voted, the Republicans have over 6 million more votes than the Democrats at the House level. That's a red wave. Now at the Senate level, now I get it. You guys were thinking it was going to be more. We want more. We want everything. These people have got a control of power, and they do not want to give it up, so don't ever think it's ever going to be easy. We didn't hit a home run, but we hit a friggin' solid double. Now we just need more batters to keep batting us in. We need more batters like Carrie Lake in Arizona.
Yes.
Powerful hitter.
I like her for the most part.
So let's go to the Senate here.
Ugh.
Okay? Solid blue, pretty much they already called for. Solid red, I'm on the Reuters map. I'm not a big fan of Reuters, but I do like their interactive options. So solid red is they pretty much called it for the Republicans. If it's white, they didn't have any type of race. And that yellow there will be the runoff between Herschel Walker in Georgia and Warnock, who is the pastor who loves abortions.
Is Herschel Walker not the Republican Party's Jeff Fetterman?
He is there. He is.
Okay,
He's.
thought so.
The guy's a smart man. His articulation. This guy took a lot of hits to the head.
Concussions.
Herschel Walker came to our unit after we got back from Kandahar, Afghanistan, and he came and spoke with us. We had a bad tour. We lost 66 from our unit, that deployment. Okay, that was a hell of a fucking fight. Herschel Walker came to visit us, to talk with us. He didn't want it at an auditorium. He wanted to do it by pretty much platoon, small groups. And he was talking about his battles with contemplating suicide because of the concussions that he has been dealt with and dealing with his entire life.
I mean, and that makes him a qualified politician?
No, but
That one dude
he was. I'm not saying that makes him a qualified. The way he speaks.
Is he not a messy reputation, like a mess?
Yeah, from years ago, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's the John Fetterman of the Republicans.
No, he's definitely not the Fetterman.
Okay.
Right. But anyway, so nonetheless, back on track. John Fetterman. At least he doesn't need a prompter.
At least.
Right.
Try to. He's going to wear it.
Listen,
He's
I
gonna
just
type
asked
it.
the question and got all this shade and got everything all stirred up.
No
Try
shade.
to disrespect
No
your
shade.
precious Republicans.
All right, but in the Senate, check this out. All right. Now leaning to, in Nevada, you're leaning, which is going to be flipping that to Lexalt there. Okay. The Arizona, I don't know if Masters has much of a chance, but this connection. Yeah, Masters. Here we go, Arizona. We'll go to governors because we're talking about Carrie Lake here. If this thing ever wants to move. So, Carrie Lake, with 49.6% of the vote. Katie Hobbs, with 50.4% of the vote. Only 76% ballots counted. The ones that are still in the 25%, the 24% ballots that are now being counted are the ones from day of voting. And who votes day of? Republicans. So it's looking like the majority of these outstanding ballots, which I think is about 300,000 more, will majority be Republican ballots. Unless you see those shenanigans.
I swear to God, I pistol whip the next person to say shenanigans.
What's going on, Anthony, YouTube fan? Hi, Joe. Hi, Jimbo, Bay, Raquel, Mikey, and, of course, Chris. Safe travels, sir.
Hi, Anthony.
All right, SNL, I'll bet Chappelle will be even sharper and wittier for Spite Chappelle.
It'd be a better show.
All right.
I appreciate Ed producing from afar. He says, turn the mics up, and he thinks that I shouldn't drink so much on the show and you won't take over.
Say that one more time.
I was reading his comments from Ed Reynolds.
Oh, Ed, yes. Ed,
Hi,
checked
Ed.
out your show last week. Yeah.
Sling blade.
So, by the way, I'm watching this one, Lauren Boebert, okay? Because the left
Who's
was
this?
all like, she's a member of Congress, House of Representatives out of Colorado. And she's a very America First person.
Okay.
So, but it's Colorado, which is a pretty blue state. So they called her that she lost the race. Oh, no.
She wasn't having it.
No, she wasn't having it. And
She said, count him again.
she's now taking the lead.
Oh, this girl.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a gun-toting woman.
Yes. Yes, I love me some Lauren Boebert. She has retaken the lead in her 2022 midterm race.
They found more ballots.
They sneaky.
How you
Her
doing?
and Margie Bros. I mean, come on.
I would do her.
So let her and she'd probably do you because she sleeps with everybody. Apparently,
Which
her
was all lies.
personal trainer.
She's going to be suing for defamation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That don't mean nothing. Somebody sues don't mean anything.
Yeah, she's a cutie, though, isn't she? Not that that matters or anything, but.
It helps.
Like, I find AOC attractive. You know, I voted for her for most attractive
If you
politician.
just fuck anybody at the bar, yeah, but I think I would.
Whoa, go
I
back,
would-
go back.
I'd want.
Go
a
back.
little
That's not
more.
her.
Oh,
That's not her.
damn it.
Joe, I think you might fuck a snake if it held still.
If it had good hips. Yeah. If it had good hips. What else do we got here? I got Gateway Pundit, this story right here. And we're about to get into the Chappelle stuff because I want to get into that before we go into RKN Live stuff because I'm going to test RKN and some trivia. Yeah. And this is the thing. They say counting will stretch into next week in the U.S. Senate race. This is an issue. Do you know where this is not an issue? Florida. Do you know why?
Because he put in parameters and a police force and rules.
Well, they did it the right way. They sent it to the state house and the state senate to create a bill on election rules, and here it is. And what it comes down to is, if one ballot is brought in after 7:30 p.m., sorry,
Forget it.
sorry.
If the IRS can count and keep up with their deadlines,
Right.
then it's no reason why we all. If we can do it on American Idol, if we, it's like this is. I knew this even in high school. This is a joke, but like, come on, we're gonna have to. In high school, the Bush and Gore thing was going on in Florida, and the whole recount mess. And it's like,
Yeah.
and the paper ballots and the hanging, and it's like, are we kidding? Like seriously? So, it's political theater.
Well, that's what it comes down to. That's why.
Well, if you don't create opportunity for mistake, if you don't create an opportunity for, we've got a problem to look into or whatever, then you don't have an opportunity to, take advantage.
Do you know why there's so much shenanigans and why all these, people have so many questions? Because of what happened in 2000. Okay? Bush versus Gore, as you mentioned earlier. So that election, and I can say this on YouTube and not get banned, but that election was stolen. Okay?
It was.
All right? And that's when a certain party said, okay, you're going to play this game, we're going to play it dirtier.
So just to zoom out, and I know it's not as fun to talk about it like this.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I see politics a sport. So what we experience in this lifetime, like what happened in 2000, what's happened with Trump, and maybe what's going on now with all this, I feel like, when one party does something like in 2000, allegedly, then we're in a wave of the other parties like, well, we're going to wait till we get power and we're going to stick it to you as well.
Yes,
And it's just a
yes.
back and forth.
Mhm.
And I think that just because we're alive for 80 to 100 years during those political cycles, I think this is just a cycle. This has been going on since they created government.
Did you see Gangs of New York? This is, I mean,
Yeah.
Great,
it's,
great movie.
I mean,
Great movie.
it's the exact same concept with the borders right now. I mean, it's
Right.
So
it's just a repeat.
So in certain,
It's always been around.
and when certain things get kind of focused in on, like the Jan 6 committee or an election being stolen, or
Which, by the
whatever,
way,
it's
goes
like-
away with a Republican House. You know what I
Sure,
mean?
sure.
So that's another
Well,
plus why you
and-
want the
and
House.
and then the Republicans, what they're going to impeach Biden, they're going to do they'll get some special counsels together and act like they're really looking for the truth. In reality, it is just political theater.
Well, no, there are things that need to be researched and looked into, such as origins of COVID.
I mean, what is there to look into? I mean, those questions have been answered. It's
Well, no, not officially.
sure.
Do you know what I mean?
You
We
need-
know
so,
the
so
answer.
we need the government to confirm it.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Well,
Also, with the evacuation of Afghanistan,
Oh, yeah.
that needs to be looked into.
And all that stuff left behind.
Okay.
$4 billion.
Some business interactions between family members of
sure.
sitting
But it's
politicians.
just a ping pong. Like we don't ever actually get to accomplish anything. Nothing ever actually gets. There's no.
You know why?
Day in court.
So there-
Yes, I agree with you.
because
So-
both
What's
parties
up,
are
babe?
the same.
So they're like Epstein. We still don't know the whole book.
Oh, we know the whole book, what happened. But yeah, I hear you. But no, Raquel, I agree with you. But that is I'm not a fan of establishment Republicans. I'm not a fan of established Democrats. That's why I'm a huge fan of this type of America First movement, because they're not establishment yet.
But you're very much a Republican.
Well, I'm America First.
Have you ever voted Democrat?
No.
Okay.
I don't vote socialism.
Okay, but you vote party lines.
Well, you know what? That's not entirely true.
I'm asking.
I voted Democrats in 2018
Okay.
locally. Do you know what I mean? So it depends. It all depends on the actual candidate. Do I go down ballot? No, I do my research.
So you'll take Herschel Walker because he's not a Democrat.
No, I will take Herschel Walker because of his policy
Okay.
that he says. Right.
All right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't do it like the sport, like you said. Like if I love the Mets, right? Big Mets fan, right? Yeah,
I've heard of them.
absolutely. So if I say my team's the best, we're the best, but I know our DH sucks, I know our pitching sucks, and I know that our outfielders are injured, and I know we have no catcher, and we can't hit the fucking ball. But a Mets fan's going to go, we're going to win. Whereas, like, in politicians, be like, no, Mitch McConnell, you suck, okay? Yeah. You didn't fund these people because you didn't like them, even though they have the same policy as you. Fuck you. Right. So, yeah, I don't look at it as like a sport, but, you know. But you're right. Most do.
Yeah.
Most do. All right. Fucking
They
move
do.
on. Yeah, they do.
They run it like a sport.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right. So anyway, yeah, we know election's going to be. We still got another week. Michelle Obama.
Mikey.
Yeah, 58-year-old Michelle Obama details struggles with menopause. Review. Menopause. Sorry.
Michelle, she goes through so much.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, very interesting. All right, I don't.
Men don't pause for her.
No.
Ah!
Bae, do you
And
think?
I also kind of say, like, well, so what if she was Michael? Like, what difference would it make?
Well, that's the thing.
You know,
Well, what's the theory? I've never heard this before.
that that's his boyfriend and she's trans.
YouTube, I didn't say it.
So it's like, and I'm like, what difference would that make? Like, okay.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Just
Like, if they die, and like, is my daughter's daughter going to learn that, you know, did you know, like, just like we learned who was in a wheelchair, that president. It's like,
Taft.
did you know that Michelle Obama is a man? It's like, okay, what would that change?
yeah, they they know that it's that it won't help Michelle Obama win an election seat if Michelle Obama ever wants to, right?
But I think it would be fierce. I think it would be just bomb, like, yes.
Oh,
we slipped
no
it
way.
in, pun intended.
Oh
You know what I
boy.
mean?
You've seen this one, right, Raquel? Did you ever see this? Her Michelle Obama dancing on Ellen.
Oh,
I don't even watch
I
Ellen.
don't watch Ellen.
I don't watch Ellen.
Do you see it?
Something dangling?
Like
Oh, this what? Like we're looking at her private area.
yes. Look at the
I
private
know y'all
area.
love looking at Trinity. Okay, come on, let's
No,
see it.
I don't know. I'm
Everybody
not.
loves to look at the Trinity. Let's see
I'm
it.
just saying.
Come on, let's see what it is.
You tell me.
I will push play and I will tell you. You can't trust videos like this on the internet because of what they can do with video. Oh please, you know.
Is it something?
I don't know, and if it is, it's like
Hey,
It's like
Mikey.
poor Barack.
Hey, man.
I normally watch video of dick in my face alone, so I'm
Oh.
a little uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I'm a little uncomfortable.
But yeah, Joan Rivers. What's it called? Where is it? Do I have the Joan?
And I heard the conspiracy about that's why they think she got kicked off because she was.
I like Joan Rivers. I thought she was funny.
Oh my God, she's queen
Yeah.
of all queens.
It's like a new cottage career move for you.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first
Well,
woman
we already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, gosh. It's okay.
Was that from TMZ?
Hey, Joe, you got the footage with Bear Grylls?
Which one?
Bear and Obama. Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls?
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
You don't have that one?
No.
Oh, he did slip up when he said Michael.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. But yeah, and then what was it? 9 days later, dies on the
Surgery.
plastic surgery table.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna say 9 inches later.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was
But yeah.
actually going to say that did not help the black gentleman stereotype right there, because if that's all,
Oh, you think so with the with the dancing one?
that didn't help no stereotypes.
Oh boy. But yeah, there's that. But yeah, so good luck with menopause there, Michelle Obama.
She'll be fine.
Oh, that's right. My Michelle.
Her third big toe.
I'll tell you what.
I love when like a rich celebrity, goes through just something normal. It's like, oh, and it's like they write it off as like, well, that is that's them trying to be relatable. Like she too, yeah, but she's also got a team of doctors that have
That's right.
hormones the women on
That's
the
right.
street can't buy,
And the money, right?
and the prescriptions that we can't buy.
Ed Reynolds goes, Big Mike packing some heat. Oh boy. Russia updates. Russia's not willing to engage over prisoner swap to free U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner.
Damn, I'm rooting for Brittany. Come on,
Yeah,
Brittany.
yeah, of course. I mean, here it is. But at the end of the day,
My saying is
don't bring
this.
drugs into the country.
My saying is
There's
this.
that.
You got people over here that get more time for way less than what she had.
Preach on it.
And ain't nobody saying anything
Preach.
about
Why
that.
isn't our black vice president,
That-
female black vice president, who's now on this big legalize marijuana for all, not on her big around the globe outside the gates of Russia with camera crew talking about, I'm here to plead to get her out as a black woman?
She's too busy cackling.
She campaigned for Biden. You would think maybe he would do
Well,
something.
yeah.
But he can't. He can't do anything.
But look at the bright side. She's not kneeling for the national anthem.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And here's the thing, too. Who was that? Stefan?
Oh, man, screw Steph Curry, man.
Steph Curry, right? So,
Oh, yeah, during the opening of
yeah, the
the
opening.
NBA season.
Right.
He,
what did he say?
I don't know, all he did, he was celebrating Brittany Griner. I was like,
But he said, he said it was unlawfully convicted. But no, she pleaded guilty. And
she brought weed in
right,
Russia.
To another
She's not
country.
innocent.
Right,
Not
right.
wrongfully
To a-
accusing her.
to
Right.
Another
It's just
country.
a petty crime.
Right.
Yep.
Different laws.
And that's why the NBA
Agreed,
And that's
agreed.
why the NBA is
That's
going
the
down.
truth.
It's going down the drain
From
because
what
of
I
crap
read.
like that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Trump would have had her home already.
I was I didn't want to say that just right out, but
It's
I
just
felt like
truth.
if Trump was president, this would have been, he would have
Look
negotiated
what he
her
did
out
to
of there
ASAP.
Well, A$AP Rocky, right?
Look what he did to what's his name? One of the Ball brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the father he's just stupid. With his
Does
bow-legged
Brittany
ass.
Griner have, I don't know, related to Tekashi 6ix9ine?
No.
Oh no, don't
no,
you dare do that.
they
to
have
her.
similarities.
They're a foot different in height,
listen, I
man.
want
Yeah,
us
they
all
are.
because
She
of-
outweighs him by 125
Right.
pounds.
Yeah, she's her older brother. All right.
Well, I want us to keep
He
thinking
don't
about
snitch,
her
and she don't
because
snitch.
Say it again, Raquel.
I want us to keep thinking about her because I don't want her to do something to herself, and it's
Of course
she
not.
seems
No.
to be losing her
'Cause-
light a little bit.
Because 9 years, I mean, that's.
Look at her.
Yeah.
In a labor camp.
But I'll tell you what,
But that's a different country and
That's a
different
diff-
laws.
Yeah.
So
I got to congratulate her, though. She is now 212 days sober. That's pretty impressive.
Well, there's that.
There's that.
There's the silver lining.
And
And a
200.
big red cloud.
Donuts, cereal, and pizza should be redefined as drugs. Scientists say
California. Tell me this is California.
highly processed foods are just as addictive
I
and
say it's
harmful-
California.
and harmful as cigarettes.
That or Massachusetts.
So maybe they make a good point here. Because highly processed foods, I'm getting this from the Daily Mail, highly processed foods should be reclassified as drugs because they are addictive and harmful as cigarettes, scientists argue. So researchers claim that items like donuts, sugary, let me tell you something. The amount of sugar that we used to put on our cereals back in the day,
Oh my God, yes.
Frosted Flakes, and then more sugar on the Frosted
On the
Flakes.
frosted, same.
See?
Fuck what we
see,
thinking.
see, nah, that's the luxury of having Frosted Flakes. If you had
The
cornflakes, You
You
did
have no
that.
option
off
but to
the
put
Sorry,
it
plate.
Bang. Sorry, Bang. Let me check my privilege. You're right.
He did sound rich there, though, didn't he?
You
He
know
sounded
what I'm
rich,
saying?
didn't he?
Yeah, I
mine.
put sugar on my Frosted Flakes.
Yes,
to
yes.
make
I
'em
bet your shit came in a box, not a bag, didn't it?
Tricks are for kids, motherfucker. Mm.
Tricks for rich kids, motherfucker. Give me some of them.
Yeah. Lucky Charms. Love me some Lucky Charms, man.
Man, we had
just you can buy just the marshmallows now, right?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that puffed wheat in the bag, man?
Yeah,
You don't know
puffed
about
wheat.
putting sugar on the damn cereal.
What are they called? Smacks.
No,
Oh.
Snacks was the ones with the glaze on it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Hey,
the,
watch your mouth, man.
Mikey
That's
Glaze.
molasses.
Researchers claim that those items like donuts, sugary cereals, and pizza meat the meet officially criteria that established cigarettes as a drug in the 1990s. These include causing compulsive use and mood-altering effects on the brain. Let me tell you something.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
When you put sugar in your body, and hey, freedom of choice. Like when they in New York, when they were trying to do the
Don't drink this much, drink this much. Yeah.
tax on sodas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get it, but no, I mean that's a little bit too much of government overreach.
I don't like overreach.
But when you put glucose, sugar, in your body does not know what to do with it. It does not. It's not programmed.
Now, Dr. Joe.
So I'm just saying, I have an allergist, and he's
who?
very good. He's
You have a
very good.
what?
An allergist.
Gay. Go on.
So no, it's my vitamins.
Sure.
So you do blood tests and everything
You mean
to see
the
if
guy
your
who manages
allergy.
the vitamin shop?
No,
Oh.
like when you take about every 7 years, you should get blood taken and see what you're allergic to.
I've never had
It's an
Or get
allergist.
pricked in the back.
It's an allergen. So nonetheless, when you put glucose inside your body, it is sugar, and it doesn't know what to do with
Are
it.
you hypoglycemic?
So it So it just stores it, and that storage builds up into fat and also cancers. I mean, so I get what they're saying with this.
You listen. I think that I agree with this. Is the shit that they put in our foods
Mm-hmm.
and the way that they market and sell us food
Agreed.
should be a little
Look
more.
at the ingredient list that's illegal.
Well, now they're just
in
out loud
Europe
saying
versus
this
here.
contains
Mhm.
bioengineered ingredients. I'm like, it's cashews, roasted cashews that has a bioengineered food ingredient in it. Like,
Fucking cashews.
just a jar of cashews is bioengineered.
Shoot. I heard that Yellow 5 in every drink, like Mellow Yellow or what was it, Mountain Dew.
Sodas are the worst.
They shrink. They say they shrink your little,
Sodas are the worst.
Some need drinking.
Ultra processed foods, which also include things like soda, chips, pastries, and candies, contain high amounts of unnatural flavorings. Do you remember trick or treating back in the day and the house that gave out healthy stuff?
Yeah.
Oh God.
They got egged. They got egged
Here's what we did. We
every
used
year.
to- listen, here's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
We used to order pizzas for them
Mm-hmm.
and watch from across the street.
No.
Yeah. Here's our address. We need 6. We ordered all of it.
Oh.
4 liters. We have a party.
And that's back when you had to pay at the door.
Yes.
It was, yeah.
Way before the
Yeah, it wasn't.
credit-
Yeah. It wasn't.
And then we would just wait
Yeah.
and see her at the door trying to, what? Honey, did you? And he'd be like, well, I guess we're going to. And they just pay for it. And like,
What
And
an
then we're like,
asshole.
And they're like, and our friend lived with them, like, like, let's go see if we can come up. So, like, hey, we want to see if you guys want to come out and play. And we're like, no, we just got all this pizza. And we're like, can we have some? You know, it's like,
That's so
and it
fucked
worked
up.
every time.
Damn. Oh.
Sounds pretty good.
Now, who keeps doing it? This is delicious.
These properties give them their delicious flavor. Okay, and we're talking about the unnatural flavorings, the preservatives, and the sweeteners that are added to these pastries, candies, and what have you. But also make them high in calories, fat, sugar, or salt, which raise the risk of obesity and other chronic issues.
You know what else does that? Not running.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you want another
Movement,
thing?
movement's needed.
You want another,
What's
no-
another thing, Ben?
that causes that?
Uh-huh.
Learn how to cook.
Go on.
Prepare
So-
your
Well,
own
he's a professional cook, so yeah, it's not fair. He knows what he's talking
I
about,
prepare all my food.
right?
95% of it.
And it's just so much easier
To buy it.
for people just to go to that drive-thru. I mean, ever see these lines at the
I
drive-thrus?
don't know
Right.
because I haven't been to one in over a
No,
year.
but you're driving by and you're just like, yo,
Go buy any McDonald's on a Sunday morning here in Clarksville, and that line
McDonald's
is.
confused me. That's why the McMariah menu. I was like, really?
it's crazy. It's crazy. But again, it
I
tastes
guess
so
she's not
good.
coming out with protein bars, so.
Who, Mariah?
Yeah.
With her big.
Last Christmas, she had a whole collaboration with McDonald's where you could get on the app.
Did
It was
she
the
really?
Mariah menu, and every day they'd give out a free item if you mentioned her name. And it
Is
was,
that why she got so big?
Oh,
'Cause she
been
got
big
big.
before that.
Yeah.
No, this was last year.
The best part was
I
there
think-
was nothing new on the menu. It was only the regular shit
All
that's
the shit
already
she's
there.
been
She
eating
just
all
picked
these
one-
years.
she
yeah,
just
her
picked something.
faves, I like a cheeseburger with no pickles and all this. It's like, girl.
Oh boy. She got paid though.
We
huh?
know we know you like
Oh, she
cheeseburgers.
She got
She don't
paid.
do no without getting paid. And you know what? That's what I would do. What are you gonna do now with it? Milk it. I've
Right.
proven myself. I've made my money. Milk it.
I know, but when you sell yourself out like that, you are no longer an ambassador of people's health, and you know
Well, when I have children, I'm building their legacy now, not my own.
you can't really like take that. And I don't know if Mariah gets like political or not. I just don't.
She does.
She does.
More so recently, which I've been a little disappointed in. But go on.
Like, how can you tell people how to live their lives when you're actually telling them to go to McDonald's?
That's something I'm talking about tonight on the show.
RKN Live, Thursdays at,
At 8
8 o'clock Central.
These ultra wealthy celebrities
Right.
who I love
Mhm.
and have looked up to, just like everybody else, weighing in on like politics
Mhm.
or, Mariah endorsing unhealthy food. That's on you. That's just her getting a check, and celebrities do it all day long. When celebrities like Mariah want to get on Twitter and say, here's what I think we need to be voting for. or
Right.
Here's what I think you should do. I think that there's where, like, now hold on, because there are the young and dumb. There are those who, like me, who want to be like you. And if I didn't know what I knew, which I had to go and find, now I've got conglomerate influencers influencing my politics that they will never be. Oprah endorsing the guy in Pennsylvania. What the hell interest
Fetterman.
does she have of anybody in Pennsylvania?
She
Right.
just threw Oz underneath the bus.
Either way,
Chicago Oprah.
So she spends a decade wanting us to buy his shit and listen to his advice and do what he says because he's my doctor, and building him up and
And I like Oz, but a terrible
sure,
candidate.
$1
I'm
million
not a fan.
in books and TV deals and all that, and made their money there, sucked all the money out of us that way, and then now wants to throw him under the bus for political because now for some reason, where does Oprah get a benefit? Why is it worth Oprah to get us
Oprah
to vote
got
Democrat?
paid.
Sure,
to do
that's
that.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
Right.
talking
Yep. Oprah got paid to do that.
So,
I mean, I can't prove that. That's
so when
more
Mariah
of a
gets
guess.
political, I'm like, just keep your damn mouth shut.
But does Mariah get paid to do that?
I don't know. Probably they all do. They may not get a check for doing that tweet, but they're definitely get invited to the inauguration.
Absolutely.
and
Right.
Get to come to the gig and get honored by the thing of
Mhm.
Mariah. I got to be honored by my country because they gave me a congressional award or whatever. I'm like, girl, you've donated all this money to all these people. What's funny is they're voting Republican behind closed doors. But go on,
Right. Because they like their money.
because they like their money.
Right. They don't like paying taxes. Right. But yes, back to it. Just like RuPaul voted Republican.
What? I didn't know that.
I don't know how he voted, but I know that he.
It wasn't public.
I know that he is a
Yeah.
pusher of Democrats, and he's will push AOC and Nancy Pelosi to his demographic, which is 13 to 24, and make that seem like I want you to be yourself and be beautiful and love and be like that's what he told me in the 90s, but politics wasn't on the table, and it is now, and so he's selling that
Mm-hmm.
heavily tied into his show and his brand, but quietly enjoying the perks of a Republican.
Well,
because
I remember RuPaul in the 90s on a station called WKTU.
in New York
Okay. Yep.
with Michelle Visage.
Yes. And it was the dance music station, and this was Club and Joe Padula. Hey, how you doing?
Love
Yeah.
it, Joe Padula.
Oh, it was great. Yo, you got any E? You got the Mercedes?
I'm keeping that.
You
You
ever
got the
danced on a box?
Mercedes? Say that again.
Have you ever danced on a box?
Pardon?
Have you ever danced?
Oh, you mean like
on
the
a
elevated
box.
platforms?
Yeah. You said you've been to clubs.
I've been to many clubs. We used to go club. We used to go to Carbon. We used to go to. We used to go to the Tunnel. We used to go to Limelight.
Limelight.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Oh boy, cocaine.
Oh, damn.
But nonetheless,
It
so
was the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
2000s for me. Okay, so there, KTU was the
Jessica?
dance station, right? So, and I remember RuPaul bragging about how much RuPaul loved Rudy Giuliani. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Right. So
But it's kind of strange
just
when
follow the money.
But it's kind of strange when you see that show. He brought Nancy Pelosi to that show.
And like held her out as if she was the Queen of England. Like, look, children, here's who we love. And Auntie Maxine and all of them. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? Like, you're not even. First of all, you're a resident of Wyoming, 30,000 acres of farmland in Wyoming.
Oh, you talking about Liz
RuPaul.
Cheney?
No, I'm talking
RuPaul.
about RuPaul.
Really? I did not know that.
He and his husband live very well on a big ranch in Wyoming.
Red State,
And
Wyoming.
the reason why everyone's moving to Wyoming, your Kanye West and your Jeffree Stars, is because Wyoming is one of 2 states where you can have an anonymous LLC.
Wow. What's
And
the other one?
and
Montana?
East Coast, I don't remember.
Okay.
Pennsylvania or Massachusetts.
Oh,
But
Pennsylvania, just take a bite.
you can create an LLC in Wyoming and go do business in California, and no one will ever be able to follow the money. And then he's also.
Let's do it, babe.
He got.
Let's
he
do
got,
it.
right,
All right, we got to get going. We got a lot of packing to do.
And then he's got called out and didn't think it was a big deal, but then the kids came for him about he leases out his Wyoming land to big oil companies so they can frack for it.
Nice.
And so
I'm all for
while
him.
he's
Good for
pushing-
RuPaul.
But then has AOC as a guest
Yeah,
judge
that's right.
and lets her give some big speech to all the struggling drag queens about like how to be yourself and I'm going to help you have a better life. And it's like, all right, talking out of both sides of your mouth.
How do we get from chronic obesity to RuPaul? What was the connection there? I forget. All right, moving forward.
I'm just here to gay things up.
No, don't.
Spread a little faggotry.
No, don't do that. You follow the royal family at all?
No.
Raquel?
No, they follow me everywhere.
Did you see the man who egged
Now get away
King
from
Charles?
these people.
Dang.
He's banned from carrying eggs publicly.
So again, you remember when you said that guy who got assassination attempt? Wrong. This was a egg thrown in Charles's direction.
Right?
He didn't get hit.
Yeah, I know. Well, this guy can't. He can't carry eggs publicly now.
He can't buy eggs no more.
Eggs
Yeah.
are like liquor now. You got to just have a
Everyone
brown
needs
paper
my
bag
mic
over
turned
them,
up.
and then you can carry them down the street. What's going on here?
I
So-
think you're doing that intentionally.
Well, what's that?
Like this is the third person that says Raquel's mic needs to be turned.
No, you just got to stay closer. You back off of it a bit. I'm not
Off?
doing anything over
Off?
here. Off.
Wolf.
Off? Am I on it?
Earlier, I was thinking you really do have to learn how we spell y'all. Y'all is spelled YAWLL.
Yeah, y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah, I reckon.
Y'all.
Y'all.
Yens.
Y'all.
So the protester who egged King Charles III, also known as the Third, this was during a royal's visit with the Queen consort in New York. This guy's such a weird dude, Charles, isn't he? And he has been banned for life against carrying eggs in public. 23-year-old Patrick Thelwell, which sounds very British.
It is British.
How long do you think before he tries to break that rule? He's like, you know what? Fuck it. They
Who's gonna
forgot.
monitor that?
Yo, it's in my pocket. They can't. They won't see it.
They got cameras.
They got.
everywhere.
Yeah, they do. They do in
they
England.
They got cameras everywhere.
So Charles and Camilla, one of the ugliest women I've ever seen in my life.
Charles or Camilla?
Camilla.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yo, what the
Wouldn't that be the T?
Prince Charles at the time. What the fuck were you thinking? That fucking Diana.
Oh.
Yeah, Fox on the
He wasn't used to that.
You think that's what it was, Bay?
Them goddamn ears he got.
And he chose that. And I'm not here to shame looks or whatever.
Yes, you are. That's all this is.
Yes, it's true. she looked like a Muppet that didn't make it. Do you know?
Look like his mama.
Ooh, yeah.
Got some Oedipus Rex going there.
Now we
put
know
that
what's
on
going on. Now we
Yeah.
know what's going
A lot
on.
of inbreeding over there.
So yeah,
Look like she be related to Joe Biden.
there's the guy.
What the bloody hell?
He looks like an egg thrower. He looks like a guy that throws soup on a famous painting, doesn't he?
No, kind of like George Harrison in the picture.
He looked like a beetle.
Yeah, he does
He
look
do.
like a beetle. Do a push-up, sir. You know, if you're
Look
gonna.
at egg.
Well, he's got to do a handless push-up right now.
Moxie says
that's-
150 years ago, they would have gotten beheaded.
What's up, Moxie? You know what? Moxie probably right about that.
Probably still will.
they probably wouldn't have wasted a
Wolf,
fucking
what's his
egg.
head?
Yeah, so there's that one. All right. Be careful when you're throwing eggs, all right? You may not be able to carry them in public.
Oh shoot.
Raquel Red, RKN Live.
Ds.
You guys got a show every Thursday. starting at 8 o'clock Central. Sometimes you have guests, sometimes you don't. Do you have a guest on tonight's episode?
It's just me.
Just you?
Just me.
Do you prefer that as to opposed to guests?
Yes and no. I do. I like talking to people. It's always fun to have some. It's lonely at the top.
Yeah.
It's always fun to have someone else there in the room to banter with.
Right.
And everyone likes to watch a conversation go down. So
Sometimes. Sometimes it's difficult. There's people that get camera shy, and
well, that's a lot of. I think I was just kind of complaining about this the other day
to Jimbo Smiley.
About guests, and it's like I don't know. I can't decide if I want to continue to occasionally have a guest or just no guest because I have a hard time understanding like not everybody wants to do this, and I think oh my God you'd be great on camera. I always want to get everybody involved. So and a lot of times people get there and they get a little shy, but you've been to the show. I'm really good at creating an environment of comfortability and.
Yeah, no, I respect what you do. It's good, Yeah. You get upset when you start to lose control, though, and that's something I think you maybe work on a little bit.
Well, thank you for that.
Okay. Let's see. I got one of my favorite segments of the show is Ratchet Ass of the Week.
No question to answer your bore someone else. But in the meantime, it's time for is Padula still here? It's time for Ratchet Ass of the Week.
This is last week's. Let me just set this up. This is last week's Ratchet Ass of the Week. So every week, Raquel Red chooses someone from that week as who's the Ratchet Ass of the Week. And what is a Ratchet Ass, Raquel?
Oh, I come up with something I'm probably going to rewrite. Oh, Ratchet. You just all out of order. It was actually inspired by another show who at the end of their show, they have like like the fuck up of the week.
Yeah, of course.
The asshole of the week.
Yeah, of course. It's just your version of
Ratchet.
Right.
Because me and my Judy's at the time, if something was out of order that way, it'd be like, that's what this ratchet ass mess. This is just a ratchet ass, just being ratchet.
I'm very good because you give clues to your audience members of who your ratchet ass of the week
and
is,
Easter
and then
eggs.
you give them time.
Yep.
Right, and you do plant Easter eggs, so make sure to follow RKN Live
Easter eggs.
on all the social media sites. RKN Live video link is in this description. I think I'm probably the best at guessing who your ratchet ass of the week is.
And your thoughts create your feelings, and I like for you to think things that make you feel good.
I'm like 4 for 7. That's
Are
pretty
you?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you keeping at home?
I have a thing with numbers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a numbers guy.
There.
Rain Man.
Yeah. Definitely.
So did you get
438 jelly beans in the
but
jar.
last week you were slow. Everyone was and I said I had to tell you that it was in the title of the show, which was Slippery When Wet.
I didn't see the title of the show.
So
and
I
I still
to be
got
a little
it.
more paying attention.
You're right. You're
those
right.
who are aware are rewarded. It's just like in traffic. If everyone was just present, we wouldn't have a lot of traffic issues. But it's just clicking on something and just diving right in. Yes.
No, sorry,
if
my
you
elbow.
actually a lot of work goes into everything you see.
Mm-hmm.
And so I every week what you basically see is my quilt work. So every week I'm touching everything on this show. So you'll see little things woven in here and there, and we'll talk about it on the season finale. But season 5 there'll be a more almost interactive, more Easter eggs, more things to find that'll come into play as a viewer.
Well, here is last week's Ratchet Ass of the Week on RKN Live.
Do you know who it is this week?
Stupid
What's your favorite song?
It does get stuck. Earworm, is that what they call it? Right, an earworm.
No, they call it a hit.
No, it's not a fucking hit. Okay. So, and I do appreciate your production. I respect it. It's a little grainy right now because I got to play it on YouTube. But that's just our connection here.
Yeah.
So, last week's Ratchet Ass of the Week.
All right. As Johnny Grow Lately intentionally continues to make Jason Steen.
Johnny Grow Lately. You think Johnny Grow Lately is Jason Steen on your show?
I will go out loud and say, because he likes to throw his legal muscles around. Like I will go on legal record and say Johnny Grow Lately is Jason Steen.
You really think that?
And until he can prove it, I know it. I know it.
Okay. All right. By the way, this is a little bit into the show. This is about almost 2 hours and 45 minutes into
You
the
know,
show.
each
Are
week
you
it's a little
drunk at this point?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or getting there. Actually, as an Irish being, takes a couple drinks. Like what? I'm half of this bottle in, and I'm like, maybe in an hour or two might feel a little more like woo. But during I'll be.
Oh, you're going to be hammered early tonight during your show
we're
then
not gonna
because
be-
of this.
I've done this before.
Oh my God.
There'll be a moment during the show. I'll be like, and I'll say that sometimes, and right now I just got drunk, so we better get through the rest of the show.
I say this. Watch Raquel's show Thursdays at 8 o'clock. Okay. Tonight. And wait until Raquel Red is drunk broadcasting.
Going back on our episode,
I hang in there just for that moment.
that final hour of the show is where
It's
a lot.
just-
That's why I save stuff like politics to the end, stuff that don't matter, because it's that slurry, sloppy, sliding.
Drunk
on in.
Raquel is just fuck. Don't worry, you still keep the composure, but you lose a little bit of the grace, if you will. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're graceless, but you become more
drunk,
impatient.
Yeah. All showmanship is lost.
Yeah.
All tact is forgotten about.
Operation Fuck It in full effect.
Yeah. Fuck this. I worked hard. Fuck it. Just
Right.
yeah.
Right. And then, God forbid, there's a technical difficulty when you're drunk.
It's all
Okay.
like burn it to the ground.
And I hear you.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I know. You get it. You get it.
I hear you, but I'm usually sober. Right.
Selective typos to try to throw us off. We're moving on. This week's Ratchet Ass of the Week. Let's see. You want hints? She has been my Ratchet Ass of the Week before. Maybe more than once. She is not in politics, but damn does she wishes she was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Okay, I thinks that
Mm.
she- remember now.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes on.
Well, of course.
She is Like, what week was this? everything that's wrong with most things. She is everything She's that's wrong the with most woman things. they told you about in the Bible. She is all the bad ones.
Oh, the bad ones in the Bible.
All the bad women in the Bible.
She has
Is
a
why
bit.
women
Yeah,
are
yeah.
self-loathing.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. She used to be cool and funny back in the day. This one, if you remember who it is.
And I do, and she sold her
Okay.
soul
Yeah, she sold her soul. She sold out.
to Barbara Walters.
Because she, yeah,
Joy Behart.
Boom!
Just really eating up everything I say about
Yes.
Dang, I was gonna say
hate
Whoopi.
this
I was
So
gonna say
yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg.
there is the Ratchet Ass of the Week. Very good. Mikey Glaze
Ratchet
got
Ass of the Week.
right. So yeah, again, I mean, to check these out, you want to watch RKN live. It's a good show, and not for nothing, it's going into season 5. And again, that's impressive.
You have Moxie Bravo to thank.
That is impressive.
Moxie Bravo was the first viewer to ever send in a donation. I don't remember I was asking money for to get lighting or a better camera or something. It was like, I created a GoFundMe and I was like, I wonder if people are going to send in money for this. And he sent in the first, I think, $25.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that was 5 years ago.
Man, it's 6:10 already.
Oh my.
That was a fast hour. That was a quick hour. How long are your shows normally, Roxy? Raquel Red?
Well,
Oh, yeah. What was the Roxy in your past?
the Roxy? am I saying?
Roxy, yeah.
What's that mean?
There was when I was doing the prep for you. There was you did something with the Roxy. No, I thought it was a Nashville
You
thing.
better stop searching me on Pornhub. There.
Oh!
All right, don't be on Pornhub. Don't be on
All
Pornhub.
you gotta do is go to rknlive.com. Okay?
That's right.
5 years. What was the original question?
5 years.
5
5
years.
seasons.
5 seasons.
5 seasons.
Well, years.
Yeah, same thing with my seasons. I do them by years, right?
So cute because in real television land, it's like a season is what, like 13 weeks or something. It's like 8 weeks. It's like they actually have like several months off. How neat! It's like this is around the calendar all year long project gig.
Well, there is a There is one year where I had to split the year for seasons, and that was when I was doing the transition from WJZM to 5-star over there. So we got 11 seasons going on with this freaking show. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. And yeah, you got plenty more ahead of you. So yeah.
And tonight's Ratchet Ass of the Week, if you want to.
What's the clue?
I don't think that this person has ever been my Ratchet Ass of the Week before.
Mm-hmm.
But this person is, well, that's not a good one.
You just narrowed it down by 6.5 billion.
Right?
It's another woman.
It's a woman.
I don't try to pay attention to stuff like that, but I'm like,
is it a singer?
She is not a singer.
Entertainer or politician?
Both?
That word is pronounced both.
That's what I said, both.
You have to understand something.
Both,
that is
y'all.
a pet peeve of mine.
Uh-huh.
That is something that it would be like the title of my coffee table book is it's pronounced both, not both. I don't know where the oath came from.
I have an idea, and it has to do with coffee tables. I want to make a coffee table book about coffee tables. And then on the cover of it is a built-in coaster. And on the bottom of the book is legs you can spread out so you can have and make it a coffee table. What do you think?
Stop now. Stop. You should have stopped halfway through that motherfucker. At the coaster, stop at the coaster. Stop at the coaster. Stop at the coaster, man.
It was one of
You're doing too much, Joe. You're
Nope.
doing too much,
It
man.
was one of the most brilliant Seinfeld episodes I've ever seen.
Oh.
I think
Kramer.
if you put a pocky pussy in where you spread the legs, it'd be a hit.
Oh.
No, you got guests over. Right.
The word of the day is
Coming
legs.
over
Let's
to
go
your
home and
house.
spread the word.
I love Seinfeld. I just watched that episode the other day. It's such a good show, Seinfeld.
What show is this we're talking about?
Seinfeld.
Oh,
That's where I got it
I've
from.
never watched a
Yeah.
complete episode of Seinfeld.
Speaking of TV, our final topic of the night. Saturday Night Live writers boycott Dave Chappelle's hosting gig this weekend after he was accused of transphobia in Netflix special The Closer.
I already said they're all
This was-
getting fired
Hold on a
because
second.
he's going to be so funny. They're all going to lose their jobs.
Is this the same complaint that is this the special that came out earlier this year?
I think it was last year.
Last year, Six
So they've
and
already
Stones,
protested him about this, right?
Six and
Yeah,
Stones
they're
started
still
it.
mad.
The Closer.
I'm ready to go.
I know, right? So here,
So old.
reading this from the Daily Mail.
Mhm.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, it's Daily Mail. That's why it's so old.
No, this is happening.
This is new.
This is new. He's hosting this weekend.
That sounded like Saturday
I
Night
know,
Live.
I
This
just
is
feel
new.
like, are they still gonna
Oh.
like bring this like seriously?
Well, here's the thing. Saturday Night Live staff writers are boycotting this weekend's show over the decision to have Dave Chappelle host it. This is according to reports. The news about the 49-year-old comedian was confirmed during last week's episode of the long-running sketch show, which was hosted by Amy Schumer.
Not funny.
Well, I'm sure she had some great period jokes. So, but some staff writers at New York City's 30 Rockefeller Plaza are said to be furious that the showrunners have chosen the controversial Chappelle. I would have replaced that word with fucking funny.
Yes.
Okay? The
Agreed.
fucking funny Chappelle to host due to his history of making trans.
Oh, like it's now. See how they're trying to make it sound like it's a characteristic.
Oh, boy. And this is why I like pulling sources from sites I don't agree with 100%, because I love seeing how they word things.
Mm-hmm.
And they set it up where they're injecting words, right, instead of just placing them.
Right.
They obviously haven't heard all of his trans jokes because he's got a couple to where he actually wakes up with the trans.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
exactly. How can you write that joke about yourself and be that transphobic?
His best one has got to be from Sticks and Stones with the car ride. Do you remember the
Yeah,
car
I like
ride?
that one pretty good.
Yeah.
Wish I was in that car.
I was in that car.
I know these roads. We built these roads.
Well, as a trans woman, I'm a fan of Dave Chappelle.
So-
And even some of his trans jokes I use.
And
Like,
then he told the story about his friend that was a trans act that offed themselves.
Yeah, the comedian.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
comedian, right. So the SNL writers are
you know what I think is interesting about this whole
What's that?
super sensitive movement is you kind of if you think about it, it backfires on its own self
go on.
by saying, the trans community saying, well, he's transphobic because of his jokes, and it's like, well, I, as a trans woman, can decipher the intent behind what I hear someone say because I am an intelligent adult. And for a community, let's say like this instance with Dave Chappelle and the trans community, for the trans community to get all up in arms about like, oh my God, he's being transphobic, and it's like, well, if you actually pay attention to the lyrics, then you would actually see there's not a lot of hate being thrown here. He is a comedian. His jokes actually he's one of the more intelligent comedians, which is my particular flair, my flavor of comedian, like intelligent humor. And so I just think it's interesting that when it's quick to jump on the protest, you might want to wait because you're making yourself look a lot stupider than it is supposed to.
Well, you've got to remember,
stupider
too,
being an intentional point.
I don't think it's that many trans people upset with him. It's fucking bored white women with not a goddamn thing to do that are causing the commotion.
It's writers on SNL, and we've seen the job that these writers have done on SNL.
Oh, they were terrible.
And that's why you could tell they haven't done a good job because you haven't watched it in years.
You remember
Last
that?
time
You remember
I-
those?
It's
Remember that?
shit.
Yeah, you remember that
Funny.
skit they had back in the '90s called "It's Pat"?
Yes.
Because that was
Oh,
a non.
yes.
She was a. It was a non-binary character. It was a non-binary character.
It's
Let's
Pat's
just
was
name
great.
Pat, and had a friend named Chris.
Right, Chris.
And
Right.
it had a movie out of it. Made a movie
yeah,
out of it.
they
Saw the
did.
movie.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the movie.
So why they complain about that about Dave Chappelle, which they had in which they had a skit that
Because
happened
I
like in
think-
the '90s.
I think the people who are running the politics are doing business with the people who run the media and write the Hollywood shows, and I think they're trying to create an environment that doesn't exist.
Well, Bay, I want your take on this Chappelle story. SNL writers wanting to boycott the Dave Chappelle hosting the gig.
He can make the whole show
He can
and make it way better.
Bay, what did Dave Chappelle do in the early 2000s? Create sketch comedy show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is SNL? A sketch comedy show.
Right.
You use the word comedy very loosely there.
Yes,
That's a
absolutely.
loose fucking interpretation,
What-
man.
What was the funniest sketch comedy show in the last 40 years? 30 years, I would say.
Have to
Living
be Dave
color.
The interview, the interview with
that's a
Chevy
good
Chase
art-
and Richard Pryor.
I would say it was the Chappelle show.
I would say.
I
would
think
say
Living Color.
And Living
Liv-
Color was good.
it would be Dave
It was
Chappelle
good.
and Living Color
Dave
because
Chappelle close second.
they was ahead of their time
Yes.
because of Jim Carrey.
But I'll tell you, Jim Carrey was good.
Oh, yeah.
But that 90s SNL was good, too.
yeah,
That Will Ferrell,
We
that
went-
Chris
my-
Farley.
They went through a really good
Yeah.
phase for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller, Kevin
From
Nealon,
like
Chris Rock.
95 to 2000.
Norm
SNL was
MacDonald was
King,
fucking
yes.
hysterical.
but then again, you can't.
Well,
get
that's because she's a crack whore. I love
forget about Mad TV though.
You know what?
That was pretty
you know
good.
what
That
I'm
was pretty
saying?
good.
When they first came out.
Mad TV. Mad TV was okay.
Saturday Night Live, who?
The original Saturday Night Live characters were good.
So I read this story about these writers.
Mm-hmm.
So they came out with this today, because during the week, Saturday Night Live, you know how it works or how it's structured. During the week, they write the skits, they practice the skits.
I can see.
Right.
I can see Dave Chappelle talking about the writers right now, doing the skits about the writers.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, babe, because all of that is over now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's now go time, where, Friday is the
Yeah.
last dress rehearsal or whatever.
Due date.
And then Saturday is Saturday
Live from
Night
New
Live,
York.
right. And these writers were hanging out with him all week
Mm-hmm.
and didn't say anything. Do you know what I mean?
And her handle's
Yeah.
name Celestrogen. Well, that's transphobic in itself.
Right. They
So
were.
that's
It says transphobia is murder and should be condemned. That's a
Murder.
okay. She's a
Yeah, it's
they.
murder.
or
Okay,
he's a they.
okay, Pat, whatever. That's what I'm saying. Just by looking at the
Here's
picture.
my problem with they. They's a plural word.
I'd be like, how many people was there?
Do you know what I mean? That's my issue with they.
just
That's a
asking.
plural word.
I don't. Okay, so hold on. I
Uh-huh.
don't think you should have an issue with someone wanting to have an.
I'm not calling you a plural. You're one.
So I don't think you should take it that far.
I did.
I know.
Mhm.
I think it's my responsibility
Right.
to decipher whether or not. Okay, so he's not going to call me plural.
No, I'm not going to call you plural.
You say a lot of things.
I see
that are
one
very-
person right there.
So that's what I'm saying. I think I understand being on the leading edge of this human experience as a transgendered woman. I don't understand this. I'm on the leading edge, but I'm also I'm any phobia against me is murder and should be condemned. Any phobia against anybody should be condemned. You know?
In anywhere.
I don't necessarily I don't think it needs to be so exaggerated for the sake of because it makes someone feel incredibly uncomfortable or hurt, whatever the issue may be. Either you've got the I was gonna say balls, the guts to do this, and you are going to be the trans force that you are, and you're going to teach and lead and show the world around you who you are and how you do this, or you're going to do that and expect everyone else to mind and walk on eggshells and require the world around you to make you feel better about yourself.
You know what gives it away on this rider here, which makes me go, I don't respect your decisions in that picture. I don't respect your intelligence.
No.
What is it, Bang?
The mask.
Okay, right. Do you see the picture of the man?
Yeah, but what I'm saying to that person in the
As
photo
soon as I
is
see that,
you-
I go like this. Okay, all
and what
right,
I
all
say
right,
to the
all right.
person in yourself, regardless if Joe Padula has respect for you and your personal decisions or not, it has nothing to do with how you feel.
Yeah, right. I hear you.
That's all.
All I know is Dave Chappelle's going to definitely make
I
some
love Dave
jokes.
Chappelle.
I can't wait.
Well, here's the thing. Perhaps,
Because the last time I watched Saturday Night Live is when he was on it.
perhaps this was all a ploy
Could be.
for
drum up, because you know what? I didn't
media
even know he was
press.
on SNL until this.
Yeah.
I didn't know until this either.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about this until I got here tonight.
This
They
truly
realize that
could
even
just
Dave
be.
Chappelle can't bring us back into the ratings. We have to come
Right.
up with something even bigger.
So that's the theory I'm thinking is what went down. They're using this poor writer. This writer's like, I want my name out there. Right. Hey, could be it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channels as well. And
Moxie's great. He says virtue signaling overriding common sense once again.
that's right. What does that mean?
What?
What does that mean?
Your show's closing. I
Means
don't have time to explain
motherfuckers
it
are
to you.
retarded.
I can't
Dumb.
understand it for you.
They dumb.
They're done.
623. You
All
got
right.
you got trivia.
Yeah, we got Wicked Good Trivia tonight over at Wicked Good Sandwiches. Great place, good times, good food, and great price too. To be honest with you.
And you had some trivia for me. And where were you right again? That's twice you've opened your show as in.
No, I was right again about me always guessing or majority guessing your Ratchet Ass of the Weeks.
Okay, and what trivia did you have for me?
I was gonna do some Wicked Good Trivia, but I gotta get out of here now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell.
Because the traffic sucks.
I'm sweating this right boob off, so we do need to go.
Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Let's see. Jimbo Smiley, you got anything before we get out of here?
Well, I was kind of interested about the fact that you're worried about traffic, because judging by that hat, you drove a Duesenberg here.
Okay. All right. Raquel Red, what do you got?
I'll see you in an hour and a half. And you have trivia tonight? You're not going to be on the YouTube?
Oh, well,
terrorizing?
we get done around 9, so.
You mean your crowd dies out by 9?
No, it's only an hour trivia from 8 to 9.
Where is it again?
7 to, it starts at 7. It gets done around 8:15-ish, and then I pack up and everything, and by that time, yeah.
Okay, well, bring some trivia to the chat tonight.
We'll do. We'll
Okay.
do. RKN Live tonight. Check it
Yeah.
out. The link's in the video description.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, always a pleasure. Always. What do you got? Mikey Glaze, also known as the...
Is that a porn star name?
It
Right.
should
I
be.
wish it was.
Is that a porno name? Mikey Glaze.
Yeah. Hey,
That's your middle name, Mikey Glaze everything.
hey, but not that everything now.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm.
All right, Mikey Glaze. There it goes. Thanks,
Nah,
thanks for hanging out,
I just
brother.
want to say, I'm
Feeling
not gonna watch.
sticky.
I'm feeling a little sticky right now. I'm not gonna watch the Saturday Night Live. I'd rather watch the old reruns with Chevy Chase, John Belushi, and Bill Murray and
So
all that.
you're not going to watch the Saturday Night Live?
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
You're going to protest it.
no, I'm not gonna protest. I'm just not gonna watch it.
You're just going to do what you normally do,
I'm
not
just
watch
gonna
it.
watch
Right.
my YouTubes of my Astros winning the World Series all over again.
Oh, boy. He owns the Astros. He's
You
part
sound
owner.
like an episode of SNL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish I was in that show.
Hey, got anything before we get out of here?
Nah. Yeah, I'm going to watch it Saturday.
Yeah, I like
I wanna-
Chappelle.
Just
Wanna
tell me
see
how it is, please.
We'll have the clips. We'll have the clips on Monday. But hey, we'll see you tomorrow on the Joe Padula Show. Thank you for allowing us, enabling us to have a conversation. And yeah,
I love you too, Jessica.
Jessica, I love you too, Jessica.
Jessica, everyone loves you.
Yeah, she's the best. Geiger. All right, we'll see you next time on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's Conversation.